Alright, real quick. Before you grab that hose and blast water all over your engine bay, stop. Just stop right there. Because what I'm about to tell you might be the most important thing you've heard since you started working on cars. A lot of guys, good guys, guys who love their vehicles, have done permanent, expensive damage to their engines without even realizing it. And they did it by doing something that sounds completely harmless. They washed their engine with water. Stick with me for the next few minutes because I'm going to break down exactly what happens when you do that. And more importantly, I'm going to show you the right way to clean an engine bay so it looks absolutely mint, without risking a single thing under the hood. Here's the thing. We've all been there. You pop the hood after a long drive, or maybe you're about to sell the car and you want it looking clean, and you see that layer of grime, grease, and dust sitting on top of the engine. It's gross. And the first instinct? Hit it with the hose. Some of you might even break out the pressure washer. And I get it. Visually, it makes sense. Water cleans things. We wash our cars with it. We wash dishes with it. We wash ourselves with it. But an engine bay is not a driveway, and water is absolutely not your friend under the hood. Let me explain what's actually going on under there. Modern engine bays are packed with electronics. You've got sensors everywhere. Mass airflow sensors, oxygen sensors, throttle position sensors, crankshaft sensors. You've got the ECU, fuse boxes, wire harnesses running in every direction. These components are built to handle heat, vibration, and road debris. But direct water intrusion? That's a different story. Water and electricity do not mix, and when you start spraying water into tight spaces, it doesn't just hit the surface and run off. It gets into connectors, it seeps under rubber boots, it finds its way into areas that were never designed to drain. And once water gets into an electrical connector and dries, you can get corrosion that'll cause intermittent faults, the kind your mechanic spends 2 hours chasing down. The kind where your check engine light comes on, you get it scanned, and the code doesn't make any sense because the real problem is a corroded connector 3 layers deep in the engine bay. And it's not just the electronics. If your engine happens to have any intake leaks, or if you're doing this right after a drive and the intake manifold is warm, steam and moisture can be sucked right into the intake and cause problems from there. Certain alternators are also extremely sensitive to water. One direct blast to an alternator that's still hot. You might walk back to a car that won't start. Now I already know what some of you are thinking. I've washed my engine with water a dozen times and nothing happened. And look, I hear you. A lot of guys have gotten away with it. But here's the thing about electrical damage. It's sneaky. You might spray down the engine today, it dries out, and the car runs fine for a month. Then, one day out of nowhere, something starts acting weird. A sensor throws a code, your idle gets rough, your fuel trims are off, and you've completely forgotten about that time you hosed down the engine because that was weeks ago. The damage is cumulative. Corrosion doesn't happen overnight. It builds, and by the time you're feeling the effects, the damage is already done. And it's a lot harder to trace back to that Saturday morning with the garden hose. So here's what you should actually be doing. And this is the part where it gets good, because this method gets your engine bay looking better than water ever would anyway. First, let the engine cool down completely. This is non-negotiable. A hot engine plus any kind of cleaning product equals problems. You get streaking, residue, and in some cases you can actually warp plastic covers or damage rubber seals with thermal shock. Give it at least 2 hours after the last drive, or do this first thing in the morning before you've driven it. Step 2. Cover your sensitive components. I use plastic bags and some tape. Cover the alternator, cover the fuse box, cover any open air intakes, and cover the battery. It takes 5 minutes, and it's real insurance. Even if you're going dry, it's a good habit to build. Step 3. This is the game changer. Use an engine degreaser, something like Chemical Guy's Signature Series engine degreaser, or Mega's super degreaser, or even simple green diluted properly. Spray it on, let it dwell for a few minutes depending on how dirty things are, and then, and this is key, agitate it. Get yourself a set of detail brushes. A stiff bristle brush for the tough spots, a medium brush for the general surfaces, and a soft brush for around sensors and wiring. Work the degreaser into the grime. You'll see it start to lift immediately. Step 4. Wipe it down. Microfiber towels, compressed air to blow out the crevices, and if you absolutely must use any liquid to rinse, use a pump sprayer with clean water at very low pressure and keep it away from all the electrical components. Don't blast, mist. Then dry everything immediately. And the finishing touch, once everything is clean and dry, hit the plastic engine covers and hoses with a plastic trim restorer or a light coat of something like 303 aerospace protectant. It brings back that deep, dark factory look and also protects the plastic from UV cracking. Your engine bay will look better than it did the day you drove it off the lot. I promise you that. Here's why all of this matters beyond just aesthetics. A clean engine bay isn't vanity, it's maintenance. When your engine is clean, you can actually see things. You can spot a new oil leak the moment it starts instead of discovering it after it's been dripping for 3 months. You can see a cracked hose, a loose connector, a coolant leak, all the stuff that cost you nothing to fix early and a whole lot of money to fix late. A dirty, greasy engine bay hides problems. A clean one exposes them, and that's what keeps your car running and your wallet intact. This is why the guys who really take care of their vehicles, the ones whose cars have 200,000 miles and still run like new, these guys know their engine bay. They keep it clean, not because it's pretty, but because it's part of actually knowing what's going on with your car. And that knowledge? That's what saves you from sitting on the side of the highway wondering what went wrong. All right, that's the breakdown. No water, no pressure washers, no surprises. Degreaser, brushes, microfibers, a little patience, and your engine bay looks incredible without risking a single sensor or connector under the hood. If this was useful to you, do me a solid and hit that like button. It takes 1 second and it genuinely helps this channel grow. And if you've got questions, or you want to share your own engine bay cleaning setup, drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if you're new here, and this is the first Infinite Garage video you've watched, welcome, subscribe, because we've got a lot more of this coming. Real, practical car care that actually makes a difference. I'll see you in the next one.